Hey, and welcome back to Bourbon Blind, where the guys drink what y'all pick. Tonight, I have something special. Like, I literally had to run to the liquor store to get it because we now have, I have my phone out because there's so many names I have to remember that want to see this bottle. It's nothing special. It's just Elijah Craig, 94 proof. And I got a baby bottle because every time we end up getting one of these bottles, there's a charity we donate to, or I don't know. We buy it and it goes away. And we buy it again and it goes away. So tonight's bottle comes from, and you're going to have to bear with me with the phone, Jamaica's 86, Steve Katori, and Brandon Rogers. So if you're new to the channel, the guys are going to drink what's in the glass without knowing what's in it. They're going to give you a price point they're willing to pay without the hype of the label. So if you like what you see tonight, hit that like and subscribe button. If you don't like what you see tonight, tell me how much we suck in the comments. And if you'd like to see a bottle on the show, I really do try and start up at the top and go down, but I have a hard time finding bottles in the midst of all of this. So I do try and get the bottles that we need to show as soon as humanly possible on the show. But go ahead, email me, bourbonblindtasting@gmail.com. Also, if you want to come hang out with us Friday nights, usually around 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, we go live, we sit, we chit-chat, we talk about bourbon, we drink, come hang out. And if you want a good Facebook group, Bourbon Blind Nation, come be a citizen. Guys and gals that talk bourbon 24/7 and have a really good time doing it. So with that, I'm going to go see what they think of the 94 proof. I'm going to let this sit for a minute and open up because it is a neck pour, like literally had to go to the liquor store and buy it. I think that's the gist of it. I think I told you everything you need to know. And I'll go get the guys.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome back.
Hi, Dr. Nick. I'm not a doctor.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Bourbon Blind. I'm Kyle.
I'm Nick.
We taste whiskey. We give you a price tag without the hype of the label because label hype sucks.
It does.
FOMO sucks.
It does. FOMO is dangerous, too. Like, you could buy bottles you would never buy on your own and end up either loving them or just absolutely having something you'll never break open again.
And if you don't know, FOMO is fear of missing out. You buy things just because they're rare, or you won't be able to get it, or you're afraid you won't be able to get it, or
people say, "Oh, these are really good. You've got to have one of these."
And then you're like, "Oh man, I have to try it," and then you go spend money on it, and that's FOMO. So welcome to the club.
So this got some good color to it.
It really does.
It's like a dark amber gold.
I mean, everything in the lights looks really light, so we have to look down here kind of to gauge it, but
don't stare in the sun. Like some grainy notes,
caramel, baking spices.
Pick up like a hay, if that makes sense.
So full disclosure, my allergies are all up in my face.
That's just you year round, though.
It really is, but even more so right now. I'm getting some ethanol.
Yeah, no, definitely some ethanol. A little bit of caramel, some light sweetness. Nothing too powerful. Like I said, I feel like there's like a grainy hay type nose on it.
I don't get the hay so much, but like I said, I'm
not like a young bourbon grain on the nose. Have you ever driven past a farm where they're cutting down hay, kind of like that?
Which you do every day.
I do. There's a number of them. I was behind a tractor not too long ago.
I bet. I'm sure your allergies love you.
No, it was just driving down the road. He didn't have anything. It was fun. It was one of those really wide ones that I'm convinced I could drive underneath it.
I know. I want to every time.
I'm like,
I can make it. I can make it. I swear.
Like they don't really have axles. Like the wheels are hydraulic driven, so they just come out of the wheels and just go straight up and then over. And you're like, I can totally drive under that.
I think if I was on my motorcycle, I would really be tempted to do that.
Oh man, I thought about it.
Because on a motorcycle, like you are the tallest point.
My wife drives a Mini Cooper, and I'm 100% convinced that would go straight through. But
just wait to do it until we can get it on camera. Then that way, if it goes badly, at least we have footage of it. Remember, bad decisions make great stories.
No good story started out with, I was driving home normally like a regular human being. I was going 103.
Right.
And things happened.
All right, let's get in here.
Try that again. Better. I had my fingers in the wrong place. Sorry, guys. The ring was much better second time. The ethanol on the nose does not exist on the palate.
Totally unwarranted.
Right.
Yeah.
Pretty light on flavor, but not offensive in any way. It's not off-putting at all. A little bit of light sweetness.
There's just some sweetness, some caramel, vanilla.
Yeah. Almost.
I would almost say just a textbook bourbon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
nothing super complex would be a great starter to whatever. Like to introduce someone
into whiskey
in general. Doesn't have to necessarily be bourbon, but just something that's like, hey, it doesn't burn. There's no ethanol heat or anything like that. It's smooth. It's very smooth.
It is smooth.
Smooth.
I'm almost getting like a bubblegum aspect. Like
they don't really. And the finish is okay. Like a medium short finish.
It doesn't hang around.
No.
It's
more towards the short than the medium.
It's just like hey, how's it going? Nice to meet you. Okay, good day. Like the boss that doesn't really care about you.
If you could have those GPS reports.
Right. They come around, they're like, hey, how's your wife and kids? That's great. Okay, well, gotta go. Bye.
You're sitting there, haven't even responded to anything he said. You're like, It's not bad.
It's not upsetting. Mm-mm. It's just, there's just nothing there.
No.
I mean, there is. I shouldn't say nothing.
Right. But. It's very light. Mm-hmm. Right. I'm gonna do a little bit of thing.
Give me a little bit of thing. That was a lot of thing.
That was a lot more thing than I planned.
That was a lot of thing.
I'm gonna do a different thing for yours because you have so little left.
I have so little.
Is the water almost like an astringency on the nose?
Yeah, like I want to say spicy.
It's not like there's acidic. Spices, but it's not spicy.
No, it's more acidic, astringent, like
right. But it's more like your neighbor across the street's in his backyard and you're in yours, and he yelled something about spices and you barely heard it. It's that kind of spice.
Water didn't do it any favors. It is actually a little more spicy on the palate, but baking spices like
the tiniest.
Yeah,
right. Not like ooh spicy.
No.
I used salt this year. Not like that. If you like your whiskey to not have flavor, add water to this. Because with the water, it basically it's like a light switch.
All right. So I'm going to do back without, but...
Yeah, I'll definitely be giving my price without water. With water, it's basically like an NFL game bottle of water, like $4 to $6.
Some sweetness, some caramel, vanilla, light baking spices, maybe some light summer fruit.
Maybe, but you're really looking for it,
right? Like I'm digging deep. I'm digging deep.
No, I'd be like I said, it's a great starter.
Yeah, I'd be in this $20-$25.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with the $20. Yeah, I'm good with that.
Don't get me wrong. You could find better things for that, but that's not what we're doing.
Right.
It's as much as we'd be willing to pay,
right,
without feeling bad.
Like at $20, I would be. That's about what I expected.
Yeah. $20, I'd be like, couch pour, whatever. Take this to the couch and just fill your glass up to here.
I wouldn't even pour it in a Glencairn. I'd just pour it in a cup, just a glass. You're not going to lose out on any of the nose.
You know what I feel like this would be good with is a mint julep.
Yeah,
and the way I make my mint juleps, not your standard, I take 8 or 10 mint leaves, crush them all to hell with some sugar in there in a Moscow Mule. Or usually at the mixing, not jigger. What's the mixing cups called? Mixing sets.
I just call them mixing cups.
There we go.
Do they have a name? Let us know in the comments. Hashtag what's it called in the comments.
Yeah, not a bartender here. And you do that, add ice in your copper mug, and pour in, 8 to 10 ounces of bourbon.
So fill it up.
8 to 10 ounces of bourbon in with your mint and sugar, and then strain that into the cup. And I don't even strain it. Like, I say strain loosely. I end up with like just mint floating all over. But it's
just never really upsetting.
It's not. I love mint.
It's so good.
It is.
I feel like this would be not upsetting in like an old fashioned.
Yeah.
I feel like the orange, the citrus would really bring out that in the bitters.
I do feel like orange would go well in here.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see what here is.
Can I get a drum roll, please?
Ooh.
Elijah Craig small batch.
All right. It's good.
I have nothing negative. We had nothing negative to really say about it.
There just wasn't a whole lot there.
Yeah, I drink that every day.
Mm-hmm.
And I've said that about that long before now. That's there is absolutely nothing wrong with the basic Elijah Craig small batch as a daily drinker.
Mm-mm.
I've mixed it. I've made old fashions. I've made Moscow mules. I've made
drink it straight,
or not Moscow mules, obviously Kentucky mules.
Drink it straight numerous times.
This isn't vodka blonde. This is bourbon blonde.
Retail on it is about $33, something like that.
Yeah.
So
this was a neck pour, so this was a fresh crack on the bottle.
It is a fresh crack.
So it has not opened up, and they will. Every bottle opens up and changes in some way, in some degree after it opens. Whatever. Grain of salt. Take it for what it is.
Even knowing what it is, I'm still not getting much else, but yeah. I said $20, $25. $25, I wouldn't feel bad at all. Truth be told, I'd probably still spend $30 on it to have it in my bar and not feel bad about it.
I have, I think, 2 bottles of just the basic Elijah Craig in mine. You know what else I've got a couple of? Those bourbon blonde shirts.
Oh, boom!
Snap! What's up?
Link in the description. Teespring, you know what's up.
So this is not a bourbon blonde shirt.
It's not.
This is from a guy I follow on TikTok called Distiller Chris. Says whiskey your way, don't drink with shite bags. And I think that's
he's from New Zealand.
He's from Tasmania. He operates a little craft distillery down there. Really cool. You can check his stuff out on TikTok. I think he's got a YouTube channel too.
It's all about the TikToks, man.
Speaking of TikTok, we're on there.
Bourbon Blonde on TikTok now.
Holla at your boys.
Right. What's up?
Had some very popular videos.
It's not nearly as serious as this show is.
No. For the record, in case you haven't noticed, this isn't that serious. So take us down a couple of notches and we're over there.
Right.
We're TikTok.
So,
just quick 15 to 60 second videos. And
go check it out.
Try and put out 1 or 2 a day. And it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, man. I wish I rated this a little better? Yeah, because I've always liked Elijah Craig. But like we said, there's absolutely nothing offensive.
No. And I stand by my statement that this is a fantastic bourbon to introduce people to whiskey.
And it's 92 proof.
Right. So you're not scraping the bottom of the bourbon barrel as far. And I don't mean like the OCD number 5 bottom of the bourbon barrel. I mean you're not down at like the 80, 84 proof that is just barely.
To me, when someone puts their whiskey out at 80 proof, that says I don't care about it. Kind of like paying someone like bare minimum wage.
I would pay you less, but I'm legally not allowed to.
Right. Like I would water this down more, but I'm not allowed to. Right. So, and that's just, if you're putting stuff out at 80 proof, like for bourbon, I have a hard time with it. Right. Because I have a hard time taking it seriously.
And that's not to say
90 proof, cool. I get it. Whatever. Sure. It's better, lower proof, whatever. That's the flavor profile you're going for. I get it. 90 proof, absolutely fine. Anything above that, cool. This is at 94. So
that's not to say that there aren't bourbons that are good in the 80s.
Right, that aren't good. Right.
That there's some really good bourbons in the 80s, but I think that once you crack that 90, like you said,
they
like you really start alive.
Yeah, that's about it. Elijah Craig out of Heaven Hill. And Elijah Craig was a real person.
Mr. Elijah Craig to you. Thank you.
Right. So Elijah Craig was a priest at the time. And also he is known as the father of bourbon. Take that whichever way you will.
It says it right there on the label. Father of bourbon.
Yep. So
I will say 100% though that my favorite offerings out of Elijah Craig are the barrel proofs.
Those are just...
real solid.
It doesn't get much better in bourbon than Elijah Craig Barrel
I've
Proof.
had a variety of their releases, and I've been through a number of their bottles, and I haven't had a bad one.
Fun fact, Heaven Hill is one of the largest family-owned distilleries in the world.
And I have really nothing against anything they put out.
I believe they are the largest family-owned distillery in the country. Yeah.
So take that.
Corporate America. So, anyway, Heaven
To
Hill.
the man.
Heaven Hill, keep doing awesome stuff. We appreciate you. Anyone else that made it this long in the video, I mean, bravo to you guys. Yeah. Appreciate you. So, until Friday, noon Central next week, cheers and drink blind.
Check us out on Facebook, Bourbon Blind Nation, Teespring, TikTok, Yellow Pages. I don't know. Where are we? We're everywhere.
We want to give a huge shout out to all of our Patreon people. Absolutely thank you. You guys are freaking magical. T-shirts at Teespring, link in the description.
Also, thank you to anyone who has ever supported us, whether that's either coming on a live, chit-chatting with us on a Thursday night, or if you just like to watch our episodes, we appreciate every one of you.
Until Friday, noon Central next